Sorry, Mike.
Sorry. How are my muscles feeling, by the way?
Oh, mate.
Yeah, big.
With the World Cup looming, how many days, Mikey?
2. Welcome back to Futbol Mundial, where we bring you the freshest stories from the wider world of football and bake them to perfection.
Oh, God. I'm certainly feeling pretty baked right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael wrote this script.
Yeah.
Anyway, today we've got a renegade at the World Cup opening ceremony, an entire World Cup team without football boots, and an entire nation facing football obliviation, plus some transfer madness at Barcelona. It's all kicking off.
Obliviation, new word.
Oh, what did I say?
Obliviation.
What was the word?
Oblivion.
With the World Cup looming, how many days, Michael?
2.
Oh,
2.
Can't wait. The Messi and Ronaldo fanboys are already out in full force, willing their idols to go get one over on each other on the biggest stage. But they now have company in the international scoring charts.
They do indeed, Zach. On the weekend, India captain Sunil Shetty, who you saw issue a plea to the fans in the last episode of Mundial, go check that out if you haven't done already, led his country to victory in their international mini-tournament and in the process scored his 64th goal for India.
Ooh, that means he is now level with Messi for international goals, with Ronaldo the only unretired/alive footballer ahead of him with 81 for Portugal.
That's a pretty good record, isn't it? Shetty has also done it in 23 games less than Messi, so maybe there's a new GOAT in town. Yes, plus after that plea he made, India sold out the rest of their fixtures, so congratulations on both fronts, Sunil. And another man will be earning the recognition of millions this Thursday as the World Cup finally gets underway.
And while you may rightly think Russia v Saudi Arabia is not a very entertaining prospect, the pre-party certainly will be.
Yes, it will be indeed. Entertaining is the key word here, as British pop royalty will be descending on the Luzhniki Stadium in the form of Robbie Williams. Yes, that's right, you heard it here first. It's the stuff of dreams. Check this out.
Hi guys, I'll be performing at the opening match of the FIFA World Cup in Russia on Thursday, the 14th of June, and I'll be singing just before the first match, which is Russia versus Saudi Arabia at the Luzhniki Stadium in Moscow.
It comes just 2 years after the former Take That Man released Party Like a Russian, a song condemned by the Moscow media for its offensive stereotyping of rich oligarchs. Don't know that word.
Oligarchs, but basically oligarchs, yeah. With lyrics like, it takes half the Western world to keep my ship afloat, and I'm always off my trolley, so I never say sorry. So there you go, yeah.
Well, that's apparently all blown over now,
Yeah.
as Robbie will take to the stage for the opening ceremony, and who knows, maybe he'll even have a beer with Vladimir Putin afterwards, because apparently that's his tipple of choice, not vodka. No stereotyping here.
No, yeah, Vlad likes the beer. If he likes to drink at all, apparently he doesn't really like drinking, so there you go. Key to being a successful dictator.
Trump? Thanks to Mateus Alves' suggestion, we're looking at the Brazilian Serie A for out of our league this week.
Yes, and with the World Cup kicking off on Thursday, that's about the third time we've mentioned the World Cup kicking off on Thursday, but anyway, let's move on. The division will be taking a month-long break after the next round of fixtures. But for one man, the season could be over for good.
Mikey, do you remember Vinicius Jr.?
I don't actually.
Well, the Flamingo Wonder Kid's move to Real Madrid is fast becoming a reality, and he was in floods of tears as he left the field after the club's match against Piranha on Sunday.
Yes, it may well have been the 17-year-old's final game for the club, and his emotions were exacerbated by the Flamengo faithful begging him to stay from the stands.
Apparently the move could still be further delayed, but Vinicius has confirmed that this is totally out of his hands. Chances are we'll be seeing him in the white of Madrid come August.
Yes, in other news as well, Palmeiras missed out on the chance to go second as they gave up a 2-0 lead to draw with bottom-placed Chiara, who are yet to win a game this season.
That means Flamengo are now 6 points clear, and their hope to consolidate their position against Palmeiras on Thursday, with or without their star boy. But where should we shine our spotlight next week? Let us know the hashtag out of your league.
Back to the World Cup now.
to?
Apparently it's starting soon. And with their first game against Morocco on Friday, you'd have thought Iran would be putting in the finishing touches on their preparations.
However, Mikey, their players may have to go without their boots, as their usual suppliers, Nike, are refusing to send them any.
That's pretty harsh, isn't it? pretty harsh, right? You know, bar humbug and all that. Anyway, this is a result of the economic sanctions imposed on the country by the Trump administration, which Nike apparently has to follow as a US company.
This is far from ideal for the Iran team, who already had to cancel their friendly with Greece due to political and logistical reasons, but they have written an appeal to the FIFA.
FIFA, not the
Not
FA.
the FA.
No. But anyway, in the meantime, the players are said to be arranging loans from club teammates and even going out and buying their own pairs. Boo-hoo. Either way, they almost certainly won't make it through their group anyway, will they? They've got Spain and Portugal in there.
Believe,
so.
Mikey.
Sorry, my lad.
Believe. But there are far bigger problems facing football in Ghana, which in a matter of days has seen its football association collapse.
Yes, this comes after a documentary was released showing Ghanaian FA President Kwesi Nyantakyi, sorry about that pronunciation, but he was taking a $65,000 shopping money bribe from an undercover reporter.
Imagine all the Gucci gear you could buy with that.
Yeah,
Nyantakyi has also resigned from his post in Ghana and with FIFA and the African Football Confederation.
And according to reports, the FA headquarters are now under lock and key as authorities move to dissolve the organisation completely.
Ooh, it's scary times for one of Africa's greatest footballing nations. But what do you guys think of the situation? Let us know down there. And things are going from bad to worse in Lisbon as more key members of the sporting squad are threatening to terminate their contracts.
Yes, last week manager Jorge Jesus upped sticks and left for Saudi Arabia after the calamitous season ended with players being attacked by sporting ultras, while captain Rui Patricio also said his goodbyes.
Could be off to Arsenal. And now it looks like William Carvalho, Gelson Martins, Bruno Fernandes and Bastos will all be leaving the Portuguese capital, claiming they have just cause to end their association with the club immediately.
Yeah, not surprising considering they were attacked by their own fans. We're sure club president Bruno de Carvalho is pretty happy with himself, isn't he? Because apparently, according to some reports, unconfirmed, he was behind the attacks. But
Conspiracies.
Not gonna make a comment.
Triangle, Illuminati, all that.
Now, it may have been one of the biggest sagas of 2018, but Griezmann to Barca will finally be resolved this week, apparently.
That's because the Frenchman has announced that he'll make his decision public before France's opening game against Australia on Saturday.
Crikey, mate. After his emotional encounter with the Atleti fans at the end of the season, we reckon he could actually stay in Madrid after all. But it appears Barca have an outrageous plan if things don't go their way.
Reports broke this week that the Catalan club are tempted to bring either Mohamed Salah or Kylian Mbappe to the Camp Nou and would be willing to use Ousmane Dembele to sweeten their deal for Liverpool or PSG.
Ooh, this all seems pretty far-fetched, although Lionel Messi is understood to be keen on Salah should the Griezmann deal collapse.
What a surprise. However, the Frenchman is clearly Leo's favourite after he said last week that the Atleti man would help them on their quest to bring the Champions League back to Barcelona.
Yes, but do you think Griezmann will choose to join up with Messi and the boys? Let us know in the poll.
Yes, he will.
Don't know. Finally, it's time for one to watch, and thanks once again to King of the Slavs. Yes, we've used him again. It's because he gives us good suggestions.
Smashed it.
We're looking at Poland's Jan Bednarek this week.
The young centre-half has just 2 caps for his country and only made his debut for Southampton in April, but Bednarek has been included in the Polish squad for the World Cup.
Nice one, mate. And the 22-year-old could be thrust further into the spotlight after Kamil Glik ruled himself out of the tournament last week by attempting an outrageous overhead kick in a game of football tennis.
What an idiot. But this does mean the Southampton centre-back could find himself starting in Russia. It's exciting times for the Poznan boy, but who should we talk about next week? You know what to do. Use the hashtag Michael McCubbin loves football. I'm just joking, one to watch. I'm so funny. So that's the end of Futbol Mundial. Make sure you've hit me and Michael up on Instagram if you want to be involved in any other future Futbol Mundials.
Yeah.
And next week's Futbol Mundial is going to be a special one, along with the ones after that, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yes,
so
mate.
keep an eye out for that, be ready, and
Yeah.
why not check out the socials, because we'll probably do some stuff on there.
Yeah.
Mikey, what should they do now, though?
They should go over to Stat Wars the Champions. Chris took on Adam McCullough on the weekend. Another matchup for them in the tournament. And obviously like and subscribe, do that. And yeah, stay tuned on Friday on the socials because yeah, World Cup special. And that will be next week as well, like Zach was saying. But I think we may as well, like, you know, spill a bit of the beans. Portugal versus Spain, we're going to be getting involved.
That's it. Bye.
See you later. What a laugh we're having. Yeah, you zen?
I'm zen.